What's going on, guys? I am True Racer, and in this iRacing how-to, we're going to take a look at how to download and equip a setup for any track or car combination you have. Now, this may seem like common knowledge for you experienced people, but I know when I first started, it took me like 2 or 3 months to figure it out. So let me help you guys if you're struggling or just trying to learn some of the iRacing basics. So basically, the easiest way to find a setup for your car is to go to the forums and that specific car's subforum. So let's head over to the forum section of iRacing, and then we're going to try and find the IndyCar or the Dallara section of the forum. Here we are, Dallara DW12. Okay, now within here, they should be like a weekly post they typically do that has all of just the general knowledge of that track and stuff like that. So here we are at Montreal, which is week 5 for this week. And this is typically just some good knowledge about the specific forum or the specific track and car for that week. One quick way you can do it is go to the setup shop, and then that'll show you everybody's setup, as you can see here. This just shows you everybody who shared their setup this season. I would definitely recommend getting one of the newer setups from this season, because the older setups are typically built on different builds of iRacing, so they may not be as precise as the newer ones for the season. So definitely I would recommend checking out one of these ones up here. Now, I've used David's setups before, so I'm going to choose his setup because I know his setups kind of fit my driving style, and it won't take me much to adjust to get it to be perfect for me. Well, once you have his setup here in the forum, all you have to do is click download file, and then for the Chrome browser, it just has a nice little thing down here so that I can just click and drag this into my iRacing folder. So then once you've downloaded that, just try and find your iRacing folder. For me, it's in libraries, and then iRacing. I've even made a quick note over here so I can just get to it right away. And then you want to go to setups, and then find the specific car that you're using. Like for me, this is the Dallara DW12 IndyCar. And then you go in here. Now, one quick note is if you don't see the car yet in the setups folder, then make sure to load the car up in iRacing, and then that will generate an actual car folder for the setups. But since we've already been in the Dallara IndyCar, we have a folder for it. And see, I have a couple setups here already for it, one for Sebring and Iowa, but I do not yet have one for Montreal. So this is what we do. Now that we have the file downloaded, all we have to do is click and drag into the iRacing setups folder. And then that'll give us the Montreal 12.4 and so on and so forth. Now, let's jump into an iRacing server and actually load it on up to the car. Okay, now when you have the iRacing server up and running, all you need to do is go to Garage and My Setups, and see there's the Montreal 12.4 or whatever, whichever one I just downloaded and put into this file. So I then just double click it, and you're loaded up and ready to go. Now, I would recommend that you try and learn how to do setups, and that's something we're going to get into a little bit later in this channel. But I would definitely recommend learning how to do your own setups as soon as possible. This way you can, for one, either make somebody else's setup better, or at least be able to make it fit your driving style by just adjusting different tweaks here and there. Now, we're definitely going to be going into a lot more in depth of that kind of stuff in future iRacing how-tos. But if you guys have any other suggestions for any other things you're curious with about iRacing, please let me know, and I'll try and do a video to cover that and really help you guys out as much as possible. But nevertheless, if this video has helped you guys out, I would definitely appreciate it if you help me out by subscribing. And I hope to catch you guys in the next video. Until then, stay true and race on.